The Sheikh was talking about a hadith that exists in Al-Bukhari. And he responded to the questions about women and children who get hurt when the enemy is raided by nighttime by saying they are from them. Surprisingly, this hadith is explained in the book, in the background of the Sheikh in the video, which is Fath al-Bari في شرح صحيح البخاري for Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani. It's called Fath al-Bari, which is actually the explanation of al-Bukhari. If the Sheikh can just pick the book from behind his back, he will see Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani explaining this hadith this way. Ibn Hajar is saying, it does not mean that women and children can be targeted, but rather if killed in combat against combatants for being around them, there is no sin on the Muslim soldiers then. And he said, and the Zuhri is one of the narrators of the hadith, the one who's narrating the hadith actually from the companions of Prophet Muhammad. So he's a very important person. Ibn Hajar says, and Az-Zuhri never narrated this hadith except if he follows it with the hadith that says, I was told by Ka'b ibn Malik, who was told by his uncle that when the Prophet, peace be upon him, sent his soldiers to fight Ibn Abi al-Haqiq, he prohibited killing the women and the children under any condition, even if the enemy took them as human shields. Sufyan narrated that Az-Zuhri also narrated that the Prophet prohibited completely killing the women and the children, and what proves that that was in Hunayn, which is the last battle against the pagans in the life of the Prophet, peace be upon him, is that he sent his messenger and he told him, tell Khalid ibn al-Walid, tell Khalid not to kill kids or asifs. Asif is, they are actually the farmers, the workers, the servants, and the lay people, and the civilians in today's words. So Az-Zuhri never narrated this hadith, except after he narrates also other hadith with them to explain that Prophet Muhammad did not mean to target the non-combatants and to target women and children like Sheikh Anwar wanted to give the impression to his audience. Ibn Hajar says, Ibn Battal says, the consensus of Muslim scholars is that it is totally prohibited to target women and children. Therefore, what Sheikh Anwar al-Awlaqi did is that he used a qiyas fasid, or an invalid analogy. As the Prophet, peace be upon him, meant that if there is no escape from causing casualties among civilians during fighting the combatants of the enemies, then there is no sin in that, but he never allowed targeting non-combatants while hijacking planes and bombing them. So the Prophet did not allow targeting the non-combatants. He said, if non-combatants are killed in combat because they are mixed and they are around with their own combatants, this is their own mistake. It's not our mistake. And that's what the Prophet, peace be upon him, said. So actually, this that was he did is called qiyas fasid. A qiyas fasid, or an invalid analogy, is because the illah or the rationale behind killing them is that they cannot be avoided, while hijacking planes and bombing them actually is targeting them from the beginning. So this is, the rationale is not the same, the illah is not the same. Here the far' has no relationship with the asl. The incident itself that happened at the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is completely different from the incidents that the Sheikh Anwar is trying to find an excuse for. So this is what we say, it's a qiyas fasid.